Hey yo, divine earthlings of the universe. What is up? What is up? What is up? I do hope that you all are having a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Peace, love, light, blessings, and namaste to you all. Today is Friday, October 31st, the last day of October as well. So, grand day to you, grand rising. Hope all is well. Let me open my window really quickly, guys. Forgot to do that. I like to have fresh air when I cleanse. All right. Okay, so grand day, and I hope all is well. Thank you guys for being here. It's always an honor. I'm very thankful and grateful for each and every one of you. Can always thumbs up the vibe of the message if you like it. Keep it circulating and subscribe. Stay on board if you like the vibe of the message here. You can stay on board and subscribe. And also, what else? Oh yeah, my disclaimers. I'm not a psychic. I am just a messenger here to provide the purest living light vibes from the Most High Creator, my spiritual team, guides, God, Gaia, the universe, the Most High Source, and the purest love energy possible. Therefore, we remove any dark entities, dark energies, evil eye vibes, evil eye vibers, and negativity from the space, and we keep it divinely protected in the purest living light glow, the Most High Creator, and our ancestral team. Okay, this is this is also in no way, shape, or form to impose my feelings, thoughts, beliefs into your life. I'm one reader. You may resonate with another reader. That's cool. Find the reader best for you. Keep in mind your free will, intuition, and discernment are key factors. And not sure if I said it, but I'm not a psychic. I am just a messenger, and we do not judge. This is a Zen zone, clarity zone, uplifting zone, and a non-judgment zone. We just going with the flow of the energy. So let's see. I wrote some energy. This is not going to be too long, but there is some energy here. Did I say if the Cinderella slipper don't fit, don't force it? And don't eat the food on the plate if it don't resonate. Somebody want to wear your Cinderella slippers. Because the Cinderella slipper, and it didn't fit. Somebody wanted to wear your Cinderella slippers and realized that they didn't fit. What's going on? Yeah, it's been some tower energies with these individuals who's wearing other people's Cinderella slippers. Where they do that at? Today is 10/31. I'm hearing they did some hocus pocus. They try to do the hocus pocus and take your Cinderella slippers. Well, were they successful? They probably thought they were at one point. At one point, the point of the shoe didn't bother their big toe. At one point, their big toe was at the top of that shoe and they could still walk around, play it off, like it wasn't hurting their big toe. That shoe was tight. They was squeezing their foot. It's like you got an adult foot size 10 and you trying to put on a baby newborn pair of shoes. No. Yeah, that person was wearing that little baby shoe for a long time. But now they had to take the shoes off. They can't even walk in the shoes no more. It's too tight. Okay, and they having tower energies. Because it started creating towers in their lives. Or they started to create towers in the lives of other people directly next to them. They try to do some hocus pocus and take your Cinderella slippers. So let me write this down. Slippers. Well, these individuals tried. And I'm hearing Aaliyah, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. This person tried to try it again and again and again to fit your slippers. And again, they were really wearing these shoes. I'm hearing they got too good. They got really good at wearing these shoes. And I'm hearing they took the place of you. Yeah. Page of Pentacles is here. You were someone that they could grow with. Like you were nourishing and flourishing abundantly when you and this person connected. I'm hearing collide. You and this person collided and connected, and it created some abundant harvest. Yeah. It created some abundant harvest. And but it's like they want to wear your shoes. So they want to take credit for what you were also planting. Yeah, this person behind the scenes probably was upset and irritated that you, for example, let's say, going back to the shoes, you were a newborn to this. You were a newborn to this mission. You were a newborn to spirituality. When you started getting on your spiritual lane, you were learning a lot at one time. So you were like a newborn baby taking all this in, learning how to walk, learning how to talk, learning how to navigate your chakras, and just learning, period, about energy and how important it is to protect it because it can get siphoned when you're on this mission. You were learning about connecting with other people. You were very, like a newborn, fascinated with learning and wandering off. Like if you think about a newborn baby, I've been blessed in my life. I don't have kids of my own, but I've been blessed to see children grow up and how they just take in the littlest things. Like, oh my God, this pencil. Like they're looking at it like, what is this? Just mesmerized. Like you were like, what is this? It was like magical. So you saw life as magic. And in the midst of this, you learned from a lot of different people. Because as a newborn baby, you're taught how to behave, how to be mannerable, how to be, a good person. So you were being groomed into learning how to harvest your spiritual growth, even in your spiritual gifts. And you see, this is like it's two children, spiritual birth, thank you. It's two children learning, and you could tell this arm looks like an older adult because he's taller. You had a mentor teaching you. This person could have been a mentor. I'm hearing a mentor, but things tore apart with this person. Even though if they were a mentor, it like tore apart. They wanted to put their hands in your harvest. You see how you guys were planting, or you were planting an innocent harvest. But this person wanted to take their hand and put it in your soil. You see what I mean? They want to wear your shoes. They want to take, or just grab and touch and feel what you were doing. And it was making them low-key irritated because this person was older than you. They could have been older, or they could be the same age, but they could be more spiritually developed than you were when y'all first met. But you started to excel and exceed with your gifts and with your sight and with your aura. Like you started to really shine. This person saw that. Like Cinderella, for example, her evil stepsisters wanted to wear her slippers. Let's get with it. They wanted her slippers because they knew she possessed something far more greater than the mind could comprehend. They knew she was royalty, and despite all their hate towards her, because they definitely distributed hate, they didn't succeed in wearing them slippers. They just did it. They didn't get the 9 of Cups. It wasn't a 9 of Cups to get. You know why? Because the Most High stepped in. Hey, Spirit, the Hierophant showing up. The Most High said, no, that ain't your cups to receive. And I call justice. The Most High has called justice on these individuals. That's why these individuals mad too, because they saw you as like, well, I'm more developed. in my craft or in my blah, 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 how is it that Divine Collective is able to flourish and grow abundantly so fast? And they younger, or they just started this? But see, if they would have thought about it, the Most High connected you with these individuals who wanted to wear your Cinderella slippers because y'all was supposed to build together. Okay? You were supposed to build with this person. It could have been a lover. It could have been a good group of people. But you were supposed to build with this person or these people. But instead, they was trying to figure out how and why you was abundant and flourishing, or why your gifts were. And even if you didn't see it, they saw it. But so did the Most High. The Most High is showing up with this Hierophant energy because you are a Hierophant. They also see you as a Hierophant. And you got 9 of Cups here, which is being fulfilled. I'm hearing celebrations are in order for you. That's why the Most High is here as well. The Most High is also celebrating you, and you are getting judgment and justice. These people wanted to wear your Cinderella slippers because look at this. You got the world. You're here to connect the world. I'm hearing new world order. You're here to create new world order in a positive way. And everybody see you rising. And everybody knows how enlightened you are and that you're getting this Wheel of Fortune. See? That's why they want to wear your Cinderella slippers as well. Because they wanted the recognition. And now some of these people was wearing the shoes and getting recognized as you. But also, they are getting recognized as themselves. But they're not technically being themselves. Because they could be on their own mission. But the fact that they took these Cinderella slippers and put them on their feet to force them to have what you have, or to obtain more longevity quicker, or to get seen here or get the Wheel of Fortune. The fact that they was really wearing these shoes, it wasn't their fortune or their path to take. Y'all, let me make sure my phone is on. Do not disturb. Hold on. It wasn't their fortune nor their path to take. So it's getting to the point where people taking off these Cinderella slippers because it's hurting their feet. And they starting to have tower energies. They realizing like they did something wrong by coming up against you here. But the world is seeing you. I'm hearing the rightful owner. So it's like they took these shoes and went down your path. I'm hearing like the Wicked Witch of the East. Follow the yellow brick road. And if we think about Dorothy, she was given the Wicked Witch's royal rubies, right? I think. I'm hearing, but Glinda the Good Witch gave her those shoes. And y'all, this is me thinking out the box right now with 1344 on the timer. 13 breaks down to 4, so that's 444, which is like protection. You were protected from some wicked individuals. It's like you got your shoes back. And see, the wicked, when I'm thinking about Wizard of Oz or The Wiz, whichever one y'all seen, Dorothy is given the Wicked Witch's shoes, but she's a pure energy. She knows how to actually wear the shoes and do right by them. There you go. Thank you, Spirit. So it's like they took your Cinderella shoes, but they didn't know how to do right by the mission. Or they just wanted more or something. They really liked being looked at as, but see, they just stood there like a figurine, like an art piece, instead of really doing the mission. Instead, they would like delegate instead of actually doing it. Like, because again, it wasn't, because they could have still been focusing on their own brand and doing their own thing, but they didn't they thought that it was easily just being handed to them, which in a lot of cases it was, because they saw how easy things were to grow for you. So they just thought they didn't have to do the work. But joke's on them because they did. Oh, y'all. Let me, what am I doing? If I could think. I'm micro, what am I? Multitasking. Dang. But I'm here micromanaging. This person could have been a micromanager, or they could have like a manager position. But I'm also hearing they could have wanted to micromanage you in your mission or something like that. How they wanted to, I heard delegate. They wanted to just give out marching orders and delegate everything with these Cinderella slippers. And unfortunately, that's just not how the divine missions operate. To delegate is one thing, but like they was doing it in a mean way, you know. They want, look at her face. Ugh, like they was mad. They wanted to try to do any and everything to delegate your happiness, even with the Nine of Cups, and even with the Hierophant, your spiritual gifts, and how you were connected to Source, how you were being seen, and how this divine inheritance was going to be rewarded out. Because see, with Cinderella, the evil stepmother and the sisters, they thought they was going to get away and get the divine inheritance at the end of the day. But when Cinderella was singing and her voice carried out the window, her ancestors helped her get recognized. And she didn't have nothing to do with that. She was trying to escape and break free, but her ancestors helped her. Okay, so yeah, you got some people who wanted to wear your Cinderella slippers. Like, it's crazy. Hold on, y'all. All right, Spirit, what else we got for the Divine Collective? I'm trying to get 4 more cards so I can even this out. Thank you, spiritual team. Amen, amen, amen. So this person got sick of their feet getting, like their feet was pinching at the top. They was walking around like, oh, I fit my foot in here, but they never could take the shoe off. It's like when you put a ring on and it gets stuck. Kind of like the shoe was stuck and snug for a minute. And then you have to loosen it because you can no longer take the pain or whatever. And look, it caused them a lot of imprisonment. Eight of Swords energy. Feeling trapped in their head. See, this person got trapped. This person could be in actual prison. Look at this with the death card. What? At the bottom of the deck. Something definitely ended for this person. They could be carrying a lot of burdens now. Oh man, this person feeling burdened. Things have ended. They're mentally imprisoned in their mind. See, now the justice here is them having to sit, even with the justice card and the judge. Got the prison. He look like he behind bars. You got this person sitting in their misery for stealing your inheritance, the Wheel of Fortune. This person could have been seen, definitely could have been a leader or something. This person could have been on their way to fortune, but it wasn't. It's like they stole some things along the way. They stole some souls. They could have actually stole, or they just could have been a liar, manipulator, or they just really didn't care what they were doing to people. And they were just mad because you had like a youthful, like something about you. They could have been older than you, or you could have been older than them. But they still had like this thing, well, why is that moving for them? Why are they able to grow, harvest when I'm trying to tainted. How is their harvest still growing when I've tainted, or when I took their Cinderella slippers? How is that possible? Well, if you really want to know how it's possible, well, how about you connect with the Most High Creator, because the Most High is here. Okay, the divine collectives have definitely spoken to the Most High Creator in a spiritual team, and they operate with just pure love and light. Ain't nobody perfect out here, but the divine collectives here on this mission, they're fair people. And they don't get fair judgment. Whether you mind your business, you don't forgot about this. Years later, you gonna get a knock on, or a call, ring ring, or a word of mouth, and you gonna hear the justice that, hey, justice has actually been ordered. Oh, what is this about? Oh, this is regarding XYZ situation or XYZ person. And you're like, oh, I done forgot that they even stole my slippers. I done moved on, and well, ma'am, your slippers are back, and your divine inheritance, your wheel of fortune is here. And here you are. Random. You just gonna hear random news about this justice that people are receiving. And in the midst of that, you getting elevated. All right, Spirit, what else? We're gonna get one more message, one more card to end this reading. Seven of Cups. This person had too many options, and they became addicted to taking people's things. That's what happened. This person got addicted to taking people's things, and they wanted the Ace of Pentacles. They wanted stability. That's what they got addicted to. Yeah, they got addicted to creating passion, or having a life of passion. So being stable in their passions and building. See, Eight of Pentacles. I'm hearing like you were helping this person build. Again, y'all could have been just supposed to build together, but this person got up beside themselves and ahead of themselves, and it could have been someone that you grew up with, like you have a close bond to, okay, or just people that you're close to, but these people are in their heads. This Nine of Swords is here. This person is having sleepless nights because they realized they stole. I see this card again, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, juggling. They realized they couldn't juggle you though. And see, you were still, the harvest is still here. They realized you know how to handle things differently now. And that's why you took your shoes back. Oh, look at this card showed up. The Six of Wands. I'm telling you, you get some recognition, yo. You done took your Cinderella slippers back. You done stood your ground. Okay? You the emperor now. You got your emperor or your emperor status coming up in here after this betrayal. See, this is all happening. This betrayal took place, but it took you to stardom. Even though this betrayal probably hurt. When they took your Cinderella slippers, how Cinderella was hurt. When the evil stepmother and the stepsisters tried to take her emperor. Okay. Didn't want her to get her emperor. Didn't want her to get her Cinderella fairy tale. Didn't want her to be seen. And see, Cinderella, when you think about it, it said they have lived happily ever after. I know there was a second part. I didn't see the additional ones. But everybody saw her as such a beautiful person, as a beautiful feminine energy to help give pure love to the community and help it elevate, you know. She still got that. So these people, unfortunately, are going through some hard times for stealing people's Cinderella slippers. Or just things in general. Okay, let me get another message. I'm going to come back and do another message, y'all, okay? If it didn't resonate, don't force it. I'm lying to you guys. Hold on. Get another deck. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I thought I was going to end it, but I'm not. This person could be feeling exhausted. Could be a masculine energy. Because it says long journey, depletion, fatigue, and masculine energy. You could have been loyal to this person, or even if it's not actually a masculine in the physical, we all have feminine energy, we all have masculine energy. So this person could be a feminine who operates in the masculine energy. But either way, there was some loyalty here. They were loyal to other influences. Something got in the way. Dark attachments and third parties is on this influence card. And loyalty, dedication, trust, reliability. You could have been very loyal to this person, and then they got influenced. I'm telling you, like with the Cinderella, they influenced each other to rip her, even rip her dress off. Remember, they took, Cinderella's about to go, she made her own dress with the help of her ancestors, making a way out of no way. And what did her sisters do? They got so envious and jealous, and they ripped it. And they went to the ball instead with their nose up. And the evil I'm hearing step grandmother. But yeah, she was an evil person. You probably got stepmoms who seem older in the face because they're so evil. You know, like their evil is making them. I'm hearing people that even are younger, like their face might look older because of their envious, jealousy, evil intentions. Ain't that crazy? They always say your attitude can make you unattractive. No matter how beautiful you are, that attitude can make you unattractive. And their attitudes definitely did that. And you could have withdrawn from these individuals. Withdrawn, lonesome, single. Yeah, you were probably singled out like Cinderella. But you had the final straw. Final straw overload, breaking point. Then we hear about that pointy shoe. You went to your limit. And your ancestors was like, oh no, the fairy godmother is coming in here. And Cinderella, you about to walk into the building unrecognizable, but recognized. Okay. People didn't even recognize Cinderella. Her stepsisters didn't even recognize her. But they also recognized her. Like they knew she looked familiar. And everybody in the room just stopped and stared. Okay. When she walked in, they stopped and they stared. So, with that being said, people are stopping and staring at you who have misunderstood you. And I am going to end it there because I do got to go. But yo, I'm proud of you. All right, Divine Collective, don't force to fit this message. Thumbs it up if you need to. Contact me if you need to. Peace, love, and light, and namaste. Thank you.